Hi, I'm Dr. Papia Bhattacharjee. In this problem, we have an equation of a sphere that's given to us. But note that this equation is given as a general second degree equation. We have to find the center and radius of this sphere. So how do we compute center and radius when we just have a general second degree equation? All we have to do is rewrite this equation as a standard form. And once we do that, we can easily figure out the center and the radius. So first, let me remind you of the standard equation of a sphere. The standard equation is x minus h square plus y minus k square plus z minus j square is equal to r square, where this h, k, j, that is the center, and r is the radius of the sphere. So as you can see, if we rewrite this equation in this form, we will know exactly what the coordinates of the center will be and what the radius will be. Okay. So in order to rewrite the equation this way, we can't have x squared and say 4x. We have to have a complete square, like x minus some constant, entire thing square, and same with y and z. And how do we do that? To change this form from this form to the form right here, that process is called completing the square. So the very first step is combine all the x terms together, y terms together, and the z terms together. So let's do that first. So we combine x squared and 4x. So keep them together. Then we see we have a y squared and we have a negative 2y. So put them together. And then z squared and 8z. And let's take this constant negative 4 to the right side of the equation as positive 4. Now in each of these variables, we'll have to complete the square. Write it this way, x minus a constant whole square. How do we do that? Let me quickly tell you how to complete the square. Suppose you have a general expression, say x squared plus bx, where b is a constant. In this case, we have x squared plus 4x, so 4 is b, for example. So when you have these two terms, one is the x squared term and the x term, to complete a square, we have to have a third term. We have to have a constant term, because when you have a complete square and you FOIL out, if you expand that form, you will get 3 terms. So what is the third term? This is how we compute it. We keep these two terms, we take the constant b, we divide by 2, and then we square it and add to the two terms. One more time. Take b, divide by 2, square it. Now notice this quantity cannot be equal to the next line because we have added an extra term. Since we have added an extra term, we have to also subtract that extra term. Okay? And now these 3 terms together will give you the complete square, x plus b over 2 square. And then we'll have this b over 2 square with the negative sign along with it. But we will get our complete square here. That's what we want. Okay, so let's do that here. 4 is our b for the first expression. So what do? We keep x squared plus 4x. Sorry, x squared plus 4x. And then we have to add and subtract a term. So what is that term? Take b, divide by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. Then square that. And that's again 4. So you add and subtract 4. Okay, let's try it one more time with the next expression. What is b in this case? b is negative 2. Okay, so we keep y squared minus 2y. Then we have to add and subtract, remember? So what is the term we'll add and subtract? Take b, negative 2, divide by 2, so you get negative 1, and then square that, which is just positive 1. So you add and subtract. Okay, one more time. Last one. b is 8. Okay, so you keep z squared plus 8z, and then we'll have to add. What do we add? Take b, which is 8, divide by 2, that's 4, square that, that's 16. So you add and subtract 16. And that whole thing is equal to 4. Now, remember, these first 3 terms will give you a complete square. And what is that square? It is the b over 2, that quantity. And the b over 2 will be, so 4 over 2 is 2. So we'll get x plus 2 whole square. And then we'll still have the negative 4. Don't forget about that constant. Okay, for the y, these 3 things together, remember what b was? Negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. So this complete square is y plus negative 1. So that means y minus 1 square. And then we will have the negative 1 as well. For the last expression, these 3 will give us, so what is the constant? b over 2. 8 over 2 is 4. So z plus 4 square, and then minus 16. Okay. Okay, let's rewrite this one more time. So we have x plus 2 square, and then we will have y minus 1 square, and z plus 4 square. And then all the constants, let's take it to the right hand side. We already have a 4, and now this negative 4 will go to the right side as positive 4. The negative 1 will become positive 1, negative 16 is positive 16. Okay, so we get x plus 2 square, y minus 1 square, z plus 4 square is equal to, so what quantity we have here? 16, 20, 24, 25. And notice 25 is 5 square. So see, now our equation looks like the standard form. And we can say exactly what h, k, j will be and r. So let's write it down here. So center of the sphere is, so it has to be x minus h, right? So x minus, how do we write x plus 2? X minus of negative 2. That's how. So h is negative 2. Here we already have it as y minus 1. So 1 is k. And again, z plus 4 is written as z minus of negative 4. So negative 4 is the z coordinate. And radius of the sphere is right here. This is r square. So r is 5. So we have the center and the radius of this given sphere. Thank you.